Hello, Anya is a successful pastry chef, and over the years of her professional growth, she keeps gaining weight. From a slender beauty, the girl turns into an overweight person who gets dumped by her boyfriend. Depression leads Anna to eat even more, and she decides to attend a meeting of Overeaters Anonymous. There, Kolya, an optimistic and chubby guy, enters her life and not only helps his friend lose weight, but he also uncovers a deep childhood trauma that lies beneath it all. Anya, in her underwear, turns in front of the mirror, sadly examining her unpleasant figure that she somehow has to hide under her dress. Almost none of her outfits fit her anymore, except for a green one that more or less suits her. The heroine is caught off guard by Xenia, her boyfriend, a passionate athlete and swimming coach who keeps himself in great shape. The couple goes to their best friend's wedding, where all the guests are from the world of fitness and appearances. Seeing the disappointment on Xenia's face, she realizes that she doesn't fit in at all. Aware of this problem, she tries to persuade her lover to stay home. But Xenia suggests another solution. "I'll give you a little gift, I'll give you some riches, and I'll be back." After agreeing with the young woman, the man quickly leaves and refuses to say goodbye to her, using the excuse that his shirt will get wrinkled. Left alone, the girl weighs herself and sees a disappointing number on the scale, 76 kilos. As a solution to the problem, she cooks unhealthy, high-calorie food for herself. And while the frying pan sizzles, she looks at photos and videos from the wedding, where her boyfriend is flirting with another girl, hot and slim. Throwing on her miserable outfit, Anya hurries to the event, driven by her best friend, Natasha, who is always there to help and support her. The girl shows up at the cafe in the middle of the party on the dance floor, where her lover is openly flirting with the girl, Slim, whom she quickly pushes away. After dancing a lot, Anya has an equally hefty lunch, and Xenia looks at her with contempt while the girl of his dreams walks by with another man. This situation finally forces her to announce the breakup. The newlyweds intervene in the couple's argument, surprised by Anya's presence, who, according to Xenia, had stayed home sick. Glancing at her rounded belly, the bride assumes that Xenia hid her pregnancy under the pretense of illness. That's the last straw for the girl, who bursts into tears. Frustrated, Anya goes to her mother's house. She finds her there with Semyon Gavrilovich, a combine harvester operator who is taking care of the woman. The three of them sit down to have tea and a conversation with awkward pauses. They are interrupted by a shout coming from the window. The village drunks shouted at the man who sells them alcohol, whom they like, and also likes to drink himself. Left alone with her mother, Anya finally tells her that Xenia has left her. But the woman has only one answer to all her daughter's problems. "You're too stubborn." "You're too stubborn, but do you feel better afterwards?" Anya spends the night at her mother's house, looking at pictures of her lost life in the dark. In one photo, she also sees her own thin, lost silhouette. In the morning, the young woman goes to her loyal savior, Natasha, to whom Xenia has brought Anya's things. Her friend lets the girl stay with her, setting up a place to sleep on the balcony and trying to support her as best she can. Anya spends a lot of time in her shelter, sometimes looking out the window. Natasha and Dimas, her husband, manage to get the heroine out of her constant hibernation with a bucket of cold water. Once she regains her composure, the first thing Anya does is turn back to the water to make a wish. Then, following her friend's advice, she goes off to train. But her attempts to master the machines end in failure, which she soothes by eating a hamburger with a Coke. But Natasha, being caring, takes her food away, trying to talk some sense into the girl and get her to take care of her body. Her friend tells her she's moving to Moscow, but she can't leave Anya in this state, so she wants to help her lose weight first. Back at work after her sick leave, Anya struggles with a difficult internal battle. Surrounded by overweight women stuffing themselves with baked chicken and cutlets, she sips her tea. But by the end of the day, she ends up losing the uneven battle with a tempting cake. After this failure, Anya decides to find like-minded people and goes to a meeting of Overeaters Anonymous, where the optimistic Kolya shows up that same day. He also wants to change his figure and his life, and he's the only truly motivated person, since the other participants are more concerned with discussing the name of their group.
And even if I say I'm a cheerful little feather or a weight loss fairy, it won't change a damn thing.
After the meeting, Kolya suggests teaming up with Anya to lose weight, but the young woman, after looking him up and down with disdain, refuses. That doesn't stop the persistent guy from joining her for lunch in order to achieve his goal. Later, Anya checks out the guy's social media and discovers that he was nicknamed Little Fatty at work after taking part in the sports event, the Hero's Race. The next morning, he shows up at Natasha's apartment door and she takes her friend out for a run. And this first small step sets off a whirlwind of exciting events for the two of them, which in less than a month leads the young woman to the long-awaited result. Having finally bought a swimsuit 3 sizes smaller, Anya sets her sights on her next goal and starts trying to win back her ex. During a workout session, the couple feels a mutual attraction just like before, but their flirting ends in an awkward situation. Christina, Xenia's new girlfriend, shows up. Unable to deal with this on an empty stomach and with a clear head, Anya heads out to a nightclub. And in the morning, she is horrified to find herself in bed with someone else in an unfamiliar apartment, which, as she later learns, belongs to Kolya, who still hasn't managed to lose weight. It turns out that the love-struck guy literally saved Anya from the nightclub when, nearly unconscious, she was being pushed into a car by a stranger. And on the way back, the young woman revealed the real reason behind her years of overeating. While Olya decides to share her thoughts on the matter using a casserole as an example.
And here, this is your relationship with your father. There's emptiness here for you.
The boy manages to convince Anya that a childhood trauma is ruining her adult life, and she goes to her mother's place to find her father's phone number. At her daughter's insistence, the woman gives in, and it turns out that Anya's father lives in Kazan. But that doesn't stop the girl, who sets off on her journey wearing her father's sweater. It's exactly what he was wearing the day he left that huge mark on the little girl's life many years ago. Kolya, who fulfills all the young girl's requests, hopes to build a relationship with her, even though she refused to come support him at the hero's race next week. The father welcomes his guests with a lavish meal, made of meat of beaver which he refuses to taste. And the conversation quickly turns into a father-daughter rivalry, each boasting about their achievements. The father's new wife, Diana, notices the tense situation, and she takes Kolya with her to make some tea, leaving the daughter and father alone. Anya takes out her father's sweater. "Are you talking to me about freestyle dancing?" The heroine asks to redo the dance together so she can film it and keep the memories. But the man refuses, saying he would look like a clown. Instead, he gives his daughter a knife, and in the evening, he goes to the sauna, an idea the daughter doesn't like at all. But following Diana's advice, she agrees and accidentally starts a fire. At that moment, we realize that the public baths are much more important to the father than his own daughter. Kolya takes the girl back to her mother's house, and as he walks her to the door, suggests that now that she has solved the problem, she is ready to form real relationships with other people. Anya, as before, pretends not to notice his hints, but as a sign of gratitude, she kisses the guy on the nose. Xenia comes to pick up Anya at her mother's house, showing up at the door with a bouquet of wildflowers. He tries to win the girl back. At first skeptical, Anya freezes when Xenia plays their favorite song and, overwhelmed with emotion, she throws herself into his arms. Kolya sees the whole scene through the window, and the guy, excited by the kiss, had come back with a bouquet of flowers and ripe raspberries to give to his beloved. After the reunion, Anya and Xenia talk in bed. The guy says that the breakup made their relationship better, and if the girl gets heavier again, she can go running and swimming to get back in shape. It is at this moment that Anya finally sees the unpleasant nature of her chosen one. Not wanting to spend her whole life worrying about how much she needs to weigh to deserve his love, Anya dumps the guy for good. Disappointed by her failures, the young woman also manages to ruin her relationship with her mother, speaking badly about someone else who overhears everything. It's the same father, but there's nothing. As always, in the most difficult moments of her life, Anya rushes to her friend, Natasha, seeking support, and it turns out there's a farewell party in her apartment because she's leaving for Moscow. Not paying attention to what's going on in her friend's life, Anya once again pours out all her problems, and she asks her not to leave, counting on Natasha to save her once again. While the girls are talking on the balcony, the neighbors call the police because of the loud late-night party. The guy who appears on the balcony hands Anya a glass container, the kind you'd rather hide from the police. But the girl, confused, throws it to the ground where it shatters right above the police car. To keep everyone from having to go to the police station, Natasha has to give the captain all the money she had saved to move to Moscow. That's when she snaps. The determined girl, who on one hand has a husband who doesn't want to grow or move forward, and on the other hand, a best friend who only burdens her with problems, she expresses her feelings to both of them, and rightly points out that neither of them supports her. They argue, and Anya goes to her last possible savior. The girl looks for Kolya, but even there, she gets no support. He sends her back to the guy with whom Anya was having fun at her mother's place, ignoring Kolya's sincere feelings for her. Abandoned in the middle of the night, far from home, Anya is forced to walk on foot. On the way, she finds herself in a dangerous situation. Some bikers catch up to her and threaten her, surrounding her as a group. She has to run away from them through a field where the exhausted young girl collapses and falls asleep until morning. In the morning, the operators of the combine harvester with Semyon Gavrilovich heads to the wheat field. The man drinks alcohol from a glass bottle, but he still does his job responsibly and notices the girl in the wheat thicket. His partner, on the other hand, is distracted, and Anya is sleeping in his path. At the risk of his own life, Semyon Gavrilovich pulls Anya out from under the sharp blades of the combine harvester at the very last moment. After realizing during their conversation that the man is drunk again, Anya scolds him for living this kind of life. Having overcome her own addiction, Anya is confident that he too will be able to get his life back on track, and she suggests to Semyon Gavrilovich that he choose who he wants to grow old with, his mother or the local drunks. After leaving the field, the heroine sets out to correct her mistakes. The first thing she did was go see Natasha and sincerely apologize for having been a bad friend. While the girls are spending time together, Gavrilovich makes the responsible decision to get rid of his machine. And soon Anya brings the new groom to her mother. Agnat's father also decides to make amends for his mistakes. He comes to see his daughter to fulfill her request, and he joyfully plays music, no longer afraid of looking ridiculous. After apologizing to his daughter, the father invites her to visit Kolya. And the young girl tells him that she has made irreparable mistakes. But with her father's support, she nevertheless decides to try to set things right. Anya arrives at the hero race, where Kolya invited her a week ago. However, the guy isn't among his colleagues, and it turns out they expelled him because he didn't meet the requirements. To fulfill Kolya's dream, which was to surpass himself, Anya gathers a team of members from Anonymous Bulimik for him, and together they complete the challenges, at the end of which the love-struck boy finally gets the long-awaited kiss. As always, you can find the movie title in the video description. In the meantime, you can leave us a little comment. Do you think the conflicts helped Anya gain a new perspective and improve, or does she still have a long way to go? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more awesome videos.